Y'all come in here and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to make sure that my colorways are slapping around this motherfucker. Can I do it like that? Maybe I should just do it like this. Shout out to my man Prince Low and all the low lives that follow Gully TV. But most importantly, Prince Low. Prince be keeping me with them exclusives and shit, man. Shout out to LeBronx James, too. I'm going to do some business with you soon, my nigga. I really, really appreciate you. Love what you do. Y'all come in here. You see this money on the floor. It is. It is. It is. It is. It is. What up? Nikki trying to save her family from being deported. I think that people in power have taken control of the influence of Nicki Minaj's Twitter account. I do. But y'all come in here, man. We got to rap about some shit. I got some documents. It's been 2 days ago. And I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, the time frame don't make sense to me. I got two sets of documents. One set of documents, of course, was about Jay-Z and Pusha T. That's what I brought y'all here to talk about. Mainly Hov. I'm a big Hov fan. Been a Hov fan since about 1990. Let's say I got converted in 97. And I became full-fledged with the whole shit in probably like around 98 when that album came out, when he in front of the bench. I done came up, put my life on the line. That joint. What Can I Get Up? What? All of them joints is on there. So that's when I really, really became a really, huge Jay-Z fan. But I got some documents. Y'all share this live stream, man, as y'all come in here. Salute to you too. Unapologetically ignorant. Good afternoon. Listen, I got some documents, man, that I'm not sure what to think of these documents. I got two sets of documents. One set was about Pusha T, Jay-Z, and Harvey Weinstein. And then I got some other documents about Donald Trump and Robin Leach. Robin Leach is dead now. If you remember the show called The Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, his name is mentioned in these documents, and he actually is being accused of a homicide. Robin Leach is deceased now. He passed away a few years ago. But something strange, really, really strange happened pertaining to these documents. I was sent these documents with a link from the Department of Justice. And you hit the link and it asks you, are you 18 years of age? It asks you, are you 18? And then it allows you to proceed. Now, these documents, let me see. A lot of these documents have information crossed out, which they refer to as being redacted. Hold on. This is what they look like. You see that says Federal Bureau of Investigation. I'm gonna leave that up there for a minute. This is what they look like, right? And a lot of this shit, as you can see, let me get out the way. A lot of this shit, as you can see, is crossed out. But you can read the gist of it, right? These documents are from 2019 and 2021, if I'm not mistaken. 2019, it says on this document right here. Let me take that down because I don't want it to distract me. But these are the documents, right? Boom. And something that stood out to me, and it stood out to everybody else. Shout out to Charlemagne the God. Charlemagne said that he's disappointed in a lot of media outlets taking this information and running with it. It's a topic. It's money on the floor. But he said that it seems like people want to believe what they're saying. The reason why I didn't get on here 2 days ago when I received these documents The reason why I didn't get on here, hold on, I see a lot of y'all saying damn Hove and oh no and all of this. Listen, I, I, I'm not convinced. The reason why I didn't get on here right away with these documents is this. The situation that they speaking of Jay-Z being involved with, they didn't say that he did anything. They said the victim allegedly, according to the victim, said she was kidnapped. When she came to, she said she said she seen Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z. This was alleged to have taken place in 1996. This is what's puzzling to everybody. I'm pretty sure if you following this, you've heard this already. I ain't showing enough. This is what's puzzling to everybody, right? This is alleged to have happened in 1996. Jay-Z had been out before that. He was with a group called Original Flavors, and he was with Jazzo, and he was also still selling drugs, according to his story chronologically. They saying that he was in the company of these people in 1996, and everybody's confused by this because Jay-Z wasn't anybody in 96. How would he get in the company of these people in 1996? Reasonable Doubt came out the summer of 96. Like, Reasonable Doubt came out in 96. Let's say maybe June or some shit like that. Jay-Z wasn't no big rapper in 96. Tupac was still living. Biggie Smalls was still living. Nas came out with It Was Written. People were still listening to the Purple Tape, Only Built for Cuban Links, from the previous summer of 95. Jay-Z was not a big deal. And the ostentatious, the fame, the fortune, most importantly, the fortune. The fortune is what puts you in the class, my understanding of it. Being rich and influential is what puts you in this class of people. I just don't see Jay-Z with the bulletproof vest and the wave and the do-rag and shit. I just don't see him in the company of these people in 1996. Now, I had a conversation with somebody, and this is a theory. Don't take this and run with it. I don't know how far back Jay-Z's relationship goes with OG Juan or Desiree Perez, but she got in some trouble, right? Which led to her becoming a confidential informant. Who's to say that? I'm not even gonna go there because that don't make sense. This don't make sense. The date of 1996 attached to Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein and this group of people, it does not make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Listen to this goofy. Listen to this goofball. Bro, you don't know what you're talking about. Jay-Z had an album out in 96 with features of Foxy Brown and others. Didn't nobody fucking know who he was. Goofy. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's the Reasonable Doubt album. The song with Foxy Brown on was called Ain't No Nigga. That was on the Nutty Professor soundtrack. Didn't nobody fucking know who the fuck he was. Jackass. The fuck is wrong with you? Goof. Dumbass niggas come here and think that you could do this better than me. I just said that didn't nobody know who he was. I said he came out summer 96. Are you fucking hard of hearing or something? What the fuck? Jay-Z wasn't on fire in 96. Hell no, he wasn't on fire. When that Ain't No Nigga shit came out, didn't nobody think that was no big deal. Didn't nobody think that song was no big deal. That wasn't even the biggest song on the soundtrack. The biggest song on the soundtrack was Touch Me, Tease Me. And I think Foxy Brown was on that joint too. Foxy Brown was on Touch Me, Tease Me too, right? With Case. Hold on, let me get your dumb ass out of here. He said, yeah, she was. Right. Foxy Brown was on Touch Me, Tease Me with Case on that same Nutty Professor soundtrack. That was the biggest song on that soundtrack, not Jay-Z. Jay-Z people didn't take to that right away. It took a little bit of time. Um, he said it. He said something about you all lamed out. Didn't really appreciate me till the second one came out. So I stretched the game out, extra name out, put Jigga on top. He rapped about not being embraced from his early offerings. Getting back to what I was saying, right? 1996, when this was alleged to have happened, it doesn't make sense chronologically to anybody that's reading those documents. And I have them here. The years just don't make any sense. Like, why would he be hanging with these people in 96? Or why would he be invited into this type of company with these types of people in 1996? It didn't make any sense. So that's why I didn't. I could have posted these documents on this platform, but like Charlemagne said, he's surprised that a lot of people is running with this shit. People are running with it because it's an actual document. It's an actual legit document from the Department of Justice. It wasn't passed to me from nobody. It wasn't screenshotted to me. The link was sent to me, and I hit it. It asks, "Are you 18?" And then you can access this information. Now, let's talk about something that I feel is more damaging at this time. Nicki Minaj is going crazy on Twitter. Nicki Minaj is going crazy on Twitter. I don't know what's Nicki's thing, man. I don't know what's Nicki's thing. I don't know what she's going through. It seems to me it's like a similar, the rants and the way that she seems angry. And this didn't just start. She's been on a campaign for a while now against Jay-Z. I believe she has some problems with Roc Nation and trying to reconstruct her contracts or some shit. So she's been going hard against them. The shit that she's on right now, it reminds me of when Kanye West had, he went bonkers a couple of years ago. Now, in this day and age, we know that attention is a form of currency. And that could be the case with her. But out of all of the things that she's saying, it's the pictures that she's posting. She's saying a lot of shit about Jay-Z being a predator and shit like that. I'm looking at these pictures before I got on here. A lot of these pictures I saw before. A lot of these pictures aren't new to me, right? And Nicki Minaj is insinuating. She got Nicki on Twitter. She posted his current age in these pictures, and she posted the age of the females that he was with. She posted the picture of Jay and Foxy's age, and he posted a picture of Jay and Aaliyah, and he posted Aaliyah's age. Now, when you look at these pictures, you can't look at these pictures and come to the conclusion that this is just a professional picture. This is just two musicians who collaborated together, who took a picture. These pictures don't look like that because when you look at Jay's posture and the expressions on his face and shit like that, you can read the picture. You can read the picture and tell that this picture was a little bit different or little deeper than a professional relationship. When a man is in a state of bliss, he has a certain type of look on his face and shit like that. And furthermore, the picture that she posted with Aaliyah, he really got her like wrapped up and shit like that. So that seems to be the most damaging, in my opinion. As far as the Jay-Z campaign, everybody been waiting for this to happen. When Diddy was in trouble, y'all kept saying Jay was next, and nobody had anything to substantiate this Jay-Z was next campaign. Well, those documents that was released a couple of days ago, everybody's name in them. Harvey Levin, I believe his name is, from TMZ. He in it. They got pictures in it. These documents came with pictures They got pictures of Post Malone and Dan Bilzerian. It seems that this whole energy, this whole topic, from what I'm seeing is, I don't know the name of it, but it goes back to this. I don't know if it's a cult or a practice of elites who sacrifice babies and shit like that, and the Illuminati and shit like that. I never wanted to bring that shit to my platform, but when you just keep seeing this shit over and over, and the most powerful people in the world, or the most successful people in the world, the most wealthy people in the world, they are the names attached to this shit. It just make you say, like, this is that shit that I've heard about, this shit about the sacrifices. And then when you read in the documents that Robin Leach from The Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, he allegedly strangled an underage girl during one of these sexual orgies and shit like that. That's also in this paperwork. I skipped this part. Listen, I seen with my own eyes. I should have screenshotted it. I seen with my own eyes this whole shit about Donald Trump, Robin Leach. Trump was there. He was present, I believe. I'm almost positive he was present at this party, orgy, whatever you want to call it. David Stern was involved with this shit from the NBA. All of these high-powered people. I don't know why motherfuckers can't get no pussy on their own. Got to be in a group setting, but I was sitting this document and I hit the link and I'm looking at it and I'm like, damn. I'm like, as soon as I heard Robin Leach's name, I knew who it was. I'm like, that's the dude from The Lifestyles of Rich and Famous. He used to always say his name. This is Robin Leach. So I'm reading this shit. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker really killed a broad and shit. I mean, killed an underage girl and shit. Strangled her. This is white folks' sex, and what turned them on is different from what turned black folks on and shit. So I'm kind of hip to, I'm 49 years old. I'm kind of hip to some of the shit that he said is not true. Listen, niggas don't like being tied up and shit like that, bondage and shit like that. That remind niggas of incarceration. You ain't gonna find a bunch of niggas that's cool with you handcuffing them and all that type of shit. Niggas ain't with that, right? Burning motherfuckers with candles, whips, you know, golden showers, piss on me and all of that shit. Niggas don't get off into that type of shit. That's some European shit. That's something else. The choke me and, you know, asphyxiation and shit like that. That ain't really nothing that niggas on. Niggas be thinking, man, this bitch want me to kill her. I ain't about to be in here choking you, bitch. I've been asked to choke a bitch, but it's a moderate choke. Some of these motherfuckers, they go above and beyond and really kill the bitch, like Robin Leach. This document that I was reading about this murder, it was a murder. He killed an underage girl during one of these orgies. I swear to God. I woke up the next day because I was going to put it on a green screen and start doing my presentation, and I was going to put back. Only reason I'm here right now is because this document disappeared. I swear to God. I swear to God. It fucking disappeared. I couldn't believe it. It disappeared. And I'm like, wow. It disappeared. When that shit became available to the public online, now, he said the shit was gone. Yes. But when I hit my man up, I'm like, yo, do you know that shit is gone, man? He like, what? I'm like, it's gone. I hit the link and it's gone. He said, yo, maybe you'll find it on Twitter because I know somebody screenshotted that shit. It ain't totally gone, and I know it ain't totally gone because somebody got it. But it disappeared when I said that. I said, these motherfuckers are high-powered. These people are high-powered. These people involved with this shit, trying to suppress it, they are high-powered. They're strong as a motherfucker, man. This is involving people in very, very high places. For a document to disappear from a website like the Department of Justice, that's some very, very high-powered shit. because this document is supposed to be made aware to the public. The Jay-Z joint, it didn't disappear. It's still there. Pusha T name is in this shit too. That's another thing I totally didn't understand. I'm like, how do these niggas get in this situation? What are y'all doing with these people, man? He said it's like a real live movie, espionage. I swear. And you're gonna see somebody else on the internet that say the same thing as me. That document disappeared. But I know it's probably on Twitter somewhere. Somewhere. And you know what was funny? The shit with Jay-Z and Pusha, it was a lot of, I'm gonna show it to you. Hold on. It was a lot of shit scratched out. It's a lot of shit scratched out, right? This is another one. You see it? Weinstein and Pusha T also attended. Y'all see that? Hold on. All right, this one I didn't screenshot it correctly so you can't see it. I'm gonna go back to this other one. It's a lot of shit that's redacted and, crossed out. And this document came from the Department of Justice. The joint that I was reading about Robin Leach and Donald Trump and all of those types of people, like, it was politicians. Theirs weren't, there wasn't no screen. It wasn't nothing marked out. I seen it with my own eyes. It was Sunday. And I don't do a lot on Sunday. So I'm like, I get back with this shit tomorrow. When I woke up in the morning, it was gone. Now, Nicki Minaj has been running around with Donald Trump recently. She's been at his speaking engagement. She's been running around with him. She got pictures with him, and people were saying, well, she's trying to make sure that her citizenship is secure and she's not going to get deported. Some people were saying, well, she's doing this because she's running around with Jay-Z because she want to get that sexual assault case removed from her boyfriends or husbands, and get it moved, erased from his record or some shit like that, right? Me personally, I've seen this happen. They say if you want to control black people, that you gotta grab the leaders. Somebody like Nicki Minaj has a lot of influence, right? She has a lot of influence. I think Malcolm X spoke of this. You grab the leaders of black people. Unfortunately, black people tend to place entertainers in leadership positions for whatever reason. You grab the leaders and you compromise them. And then you can lead the rest of the body. The shit that's been going on Nicki Minaj's her Twitter account, it just seems to me like they conquered this bitch, or part of the deal of her being around these people was, we need that Instagram. We need that social media account. We need that social media account. We need to be controlling that social media account because we can address, we can corrupt, we can influence, we can speak to niggas through your Twitter account. She's going at all types of people. And in a way, I compared this what she's doing to Kanye, because Kanye was bugging out on fucking on Twitter and Instagram some years ago, and I'm like, man, I wonder if this bitch doing this for attention. I don't know, but it just seems like it's something to that Twitter account. It's something It's something to that Twitter account. There's a motive attached to this girl's Twitter account. Counterintelligence. Exactly. Exactly. He said nobody takes her serious. She's trending. She's trending. She's trending, and it she's already been going hard on Jay-Z. But it just seems that these documents gave people fuel. One thing about the internet, somebody said recently, one of the politicians said, this is the real battlefield now. Battles are handled online, in these public forums. This is a battlefield. And people that don't like Jay-Z, there's people that don't like him. They're using this opportunity to sway the perception of him. Me, that date, 1996, it didn't make any sense to me for him to be in a company of people like Harvey Weinstein. I'm like, why would Jay-Z? Who was he? Who was he? Why was he so important that he be around these people? The same with Pusha T. I don't understand. I'm like, why would he be in a company of these people? Out of all of the people in entertainment, why take a coke rapper? Why take a coke rapper? Why take Pusha T? It's just, I don't know. Ask Dame, he was around, he would know, and he said enough to tell the truth, especially if he would get camera time. I don't know how to feel about the Dame and Aaliyah thing. I interviewed Aaliyah's bodyguard. It's on this platform. I interviewed him, right? He flat out said that she was basically fast. Like, she escaped out of a window to go be with R. Kelly. Aaliyah was fast. People don't want to say it because she's deceased. And, you just don't want to be talking about that like that. Aaliyah was a little whore. She was. Aaliyah was hot in the ass. And when I see all of these pictures, more and more pictures coming out of her and Jay-Z, I'm like, how did she end up being Dame's girl? How did she end up being Dame's girl? No, people don't be wanting to say that, but how did she end up being Dame's girl? Pusha T was 19 in 1996. Why was Jay-Z hugging a young Aaliyah? And what's up with that whole Foxy Brown thing? You don't have to ask why he was hugging her, because you have a picture. He was hugging her. And you can look at these pictures and say, that is inappropriate by society standards. That he was 28 and he's hugging a 16-year-old, shit like that. Like, this ain't no regular, come on, we gonna take a picture. This is not that. He's kind of like holding her in an embrace, like, yo, this is my little bitch and shit like that. And when you keep seeing this, and he ended up marrying Beyonce. I'm a Jay-Z fan. It kind of looked like he got a preference. Does it look like he has a preference? Here's a nigga who can have probably any bitch he want. He done been with some of the baddest. He used to fuck with Free. He used to fuck with, I think her name was Cameron Diaz or some shit. Bad bitch. The one that was in, was it Rosario Dawson? She was in that movie, He Got Game, with Denzel and them. He done had some of the baddest joints. This is known. But when you see these pictures with him with these teeny boppers and shit, it's like, this nigga he has a preference. He has a preference. During that time, he says she wasn't 16 in that picture. She might have been younger than that. The way that you can get to the root of the years that these pictures was taken by publications. Like, when you see these old pictures, these pictures be coming from Vibe magazine, The Source. That's where these pictures was at, different magazines and shit like that. So all you got to do is just trace the date that this certain magazine was in circulation, and his age is public information. And they're entertainers. Most of their ages are public information. You can go back, and I know this is in the 90s, because I remember when he was wearing these glasses. He was wearing these glasses around 1997. I remember that. I could tell you what chain he got on. You can't see it. He was wearing this chain. It was a little rope and it had a Jesus on it. Y'all remember that joint? This is back then. So, and something that I just want to point out is that there's an interview online of Foxy Brown talking about fucking with Haitian Jack. And Haitian Jack is 60, easy. I think Foxy says she was 14 dealing with Jay. You would have gone to that island too, is all I'm hearing. I don't get the group sex thing, man. I'm a loner in real life. I'm an introvert. I don't want to be around a bunch of motherfuckers. I never was in. I did a threesome before, right? I probably did it twice. After I do what I got to do, man, one of you bitches got to leave, man. Like, it's just too much going on, man. What the fuck? After we do what we do, I only got one dick. After I get right, you bitches got to get up out of here. Especially, at least one of y'all. Y'all got to go. I don't get the whole group sex thing. Why these motherfuckers was attending orgies and shit like that. Especially entertainers. You can just have any bitch. Why do you want to be in a room full of motherfuckers naked and shit like that? That don't make any sense. He said, exactly. I did it once and never do it again. It take too much goddamn energy and shit, man. Bitches be getting possessive and shit like that. So, you know, that tickle y'all. Nas said it in ether. Jay was messing with Foxy. Yeah. Group sex was never my steez either. I never run trains. That's some young boy shit. He might not be innocent. He was a predator like the rest of them. Based on some of the pictures that you see online, it just make you look like, damn, you did have a preference. Like, you got to explain this shit. You got to explain this shit. Nikki went on further, and she posted a picture of the young man from Philadelphia. I think his last name is Satterwhite. He kind of looked like Jay-Z, but we've seen children look like somebody, and the blood test say that's not the father. This young man kind of looks like Jay-Z, and they saying the number one reason why Jay-Z don't want nothing to do with this boy is because Jay-Z was 22 at the time that his mother got pregnant, and the mother allegedly was 16. So this is another incident or situation of him trying to run away from this label of being like a child predator. You just have to have an open mind about these celebs. Remember, movie industry producers, movies, record labels produce the soundtracks. Both industry cross paths. Somebody said he got a problem. Don't forget Aaliyah was the first Beyonce. Somebody said that's his son for sure. The mom was 16. The guy whose name is on that boy's birth certificate said he's lying. I seen something. You can't trust all of these media outlets. I seen something that said Jay made a run for it. He made a run for it. I heard he's taking the Russell Simmons escape and he broke the fuck out. I don't know how true it is. I think I seen that he might have terminated his Instagram profile, but I never associated that Instagram profile with Jay-Z. I've never seen Jay-Z posted on that. I feel that somebody else was operating that. Jay-Z don't seem like the type of person that'll be fucking around on Instagram. He don't. One thing about Puff and Hove, all their kids look alike. Hove is a scary cat with a lot of money. He will pay to get things done. Nikki shouldn't be talking. Your husband and your brother are predators. I've seen somebody saying that on Twitter. What about your husband? She's pissed off at Jay-Z for some reason. She's pissed off. Is anybody still signed to Rock Nation? What exactly does Rock Nation do for people that they can't do for themselves? Is that just a title? People just be wanting to go to the brunch. They ain't had the brunch in a minute. I don't think they do that shit no more. But what's the advantages of being signed to Rock Nation? I don't get it. No more Rock Nation brunches. He never left. That story came out from a bogus site. Okay. Jay-Z said he likes Twitter, but it's like weed. Mess with it too much and you become addicted to it. So Kanye was right about everything. Nicki had to get a presidential protection from Jay-Z and Rock Nation. Man, them white folks don't give a fuck about Nicki Minaj, man. This is the first administration that I've ever seen. This is how you know Donald Trump is an entertainer. Yes, he's in office and he's dictating policy or whatever, but all of this shit that he's done, this nigga fucking with Lil Wayne, he done pardoned Lil Wayne, he done pardoned Kodak Black, and he fucking with all these niggas and shit. He's doing that for him, for his personal popularity and shit. Him aligning himself with Nicki Minaj and shit like that. What president does shit like that? White folks don't give a fuck about no goddamn Kodak Black. What the fuck? He's doing this shit to set himself up for after he's out of office. Pardon ASAP Rocky too. Nikki is also an entertainer, NBA YoungBoy. Yeah, he fucking with all these niggas in the entertainment business. He's doing that for his personal gain. Speaking of Donald Trump, I seen this morning that whatever temporary protection that protected Haitians in America, I'm hearing that Donald Trump lifted that. And the Haitians, the same way that they going after these Mexicans and shit, getting them out of the United States, they might be on y'all top next, man. I know y'all been here a long time. Haitians have taken over parts of Florida, especially Miami and shit like that. Be careful. I don't know what his motive is, why this shit is going on, but he's definitely fucking up the country. I see farmers online complaining about not having the proper staff to manage their fields and shit like that. A judge stopped it from now. A judge blocked it. Okay, I seen it. I said, damn, this motherfucker going after the Haitians now. That's crazy. Y'all like this video, man. It's almost 700 people here. I appreciate y'all. Haitian Jack waiting for y'all Zo nights back home. Haitian Jack ain't allowed on U.S. soil. Jay-Z was dancing with the head assistant, the head Satanist, and kissing her. He just gave farmers billions of dollars. Make sure y'all like this video, man, and check out my most recent one about my trip to Japan, man. It's very, very interesting. Nicki Minaj is going on a tear. I'm going to post in my community tab those documents that I got about Hove and Harvey Weinstein and Pusha T. The documents seem like they just put their names in there to sell the story and shit, because it didn't say that they committed any crimes. They just said that they was there. Whoever the victim is, she said that they was there. I don't know. I know in 1996, Jay-Z wasn't in no position to be in that type of company, though. Foxy Brown was born September 6, 1978. Pusha T might be connected through Pharrell, possibly. Birds of a feather stick together. Same thing happened to the farmers in England. All Romanians got sent home and fucked up the crop picking. I need y'all to tell me what cities is in here this afternoon, man. I got another 10, 15 minutes with y'all, man, before I make my way to the gym. The weather is cramping my style right now. I know y'all you follow the news, you know what the fuck's going on in this world, especially on the East Coast. The white folks that hit a switch. It ain't nothing but storms and icicles all over the place, and it's fucking up my travel. I ain't been able to boogie, but I got some shit lined up for y'all. Cleveland, Allentown, New York City, Brooklyn, Englewood, New Jersey, D.C., Chicago, Illinois, Cleveland, South Central, Richmond, Port-au-Prince, Haiti, West Philly, North Carolina, it's been a long ass winter. Actually, it's February. It's the beginning of February, so we definitely still got February and probably to the middle of March to deal with. But the fact that it's snowing, snowstorms in North Carolina and shit like that. It's 30 degrees in Orlando, Florida. That's kind of abnormal. Yeah, 122 people have been killed because of the cold on the East Coast. 122, 17 in New York City alone. They pulling motherfuckers off park benches, frozen stiff, straight to the morgue. Newport News, Austin, Connecticut, Miami, Chicago, Oakland. They cut on harp to mess with the weather. Kissimmee, Florida. What up? Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Boston, Money Earning Mount Vernon. It's hot out here in LA. I seen on the news that they said it's abnormally warm for this time of year on the West Coast and abnormally cold for this time of year on the East Coast. I don't know what that means, but that's what it is. Make sure y'all follow me on IG at I am gullytv _ and go to my personal account, man. I'm sharing with y'all my growth on my personal account at Dribble Almighty, man. If you wanna see this high performance shit I'm dealing with in real life, all of the holistic shit, all of the fashion, all of the travels. I just told y'all I'm going to Maui in a couple weeks. Follow at Dribble Almighty, at Dribble Almighty. We'll be back in the Polo Dope. Thank you, thank you. Shout out to my plug, man. Praying slow. Praying slow. He got over to Japan. I was supposed to meet him over there, but he came the day that I was leaving. He still gifted me this joint. I'm just now getting a chance to put it together. When I looked in my closet, I'm like, damn, man, just go with that stadium joint. So I got on here to, give Praying Slow some give him his props. I need y'all to make sure that y'all check out this gentleman out of Florida. His son is an MC right now. He put out a interesting track called A Text to Cameron. It was the response to Cameron's song, A Letter to Dame. I liked it, that joint. I thought that came from a very sincere place. I really liked it. That was one of Cameron's more doper offerings in recent time. But this shorty out of Florida, he did a joint. He's actually I believe he's in the Dame Dash camp, but he might be like 12 years old or some shit. He put out a song called A Text Message to Dame. Make sure y'all check it out. I might put it in the description and shit. So yeah, that's a throwback Stadium 92. Thank you. My man said, you laid Uncasa to rest. I'm not thinking about that broke ass nigga. When you ungrateful, when you bad luck, when you ugly, everything that's supposed to come to you, you gonna get. You is. Somebody said yesterday in one of my discussions, he thought that his videos about me was gonna reignite his career. Nah, nigga. You gotta have talent, man. It helps if you got talent. And Uncasa does have talent. He's just a piece of shit. He's just a piece of shit and he don't believe in himself. Self-belief is everything. So, fuck him. Crown Heights in the building. Shout out to my man Mickey Fax, man. Mickey Fax is wiping his feet on these battle rap niggas. Cassidy getting off too, but Mickey just did a number on shout out to Mickey Fax, man. Mickey brought his own YouTube channel to life, man. Not with just dialogue, but his last couple of music videos directed at TRU and Averb. They doing numbers, man. Make sure y'all go fuck with Mickey Fax and check out what he doing over there. He said, leave that man be. He's fried rice. Chuck, what's up, pimp? I ain't had no beef with that dirty ass nigga. He's ungrateful. He's ungrateful. It was a lesson that I needed to learn too. Avoid the miserable and unlucky. And he's been unlucky and miserable for some time and shit. I took a liking to him, man. I told him, yo, little nigga, you could run with me, man. Like, I know you've been orphaned by the Dipset and shit. You could run with me. And, you know, I open doors for you. But it's time for us to go our separate ways. I'm going in this direction, and he going wherever the fuck he going. Jay told niggas in 99, you can bullshit with rap if you want. Judas Slime, I appreciate your super chat. I don't listen to Finesse 2 times. Nicki still mad about title. Jay-Z played her. Yeah, avoid the miserable and unlucky. That's in the 48 Laws of Power, man. It's real rap. Straight up. Jessica, I love you too, baby. Make sure y'all get that trifecta, man. It's 2026. I'm going to start making sure I produce more content that breathes life. Breathes life. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to come here and get information that you could take with you, man, and apply it to your real life, your day-to-day practices and disciplines and shit, man. The trifecta, very, very necessary, man. If you're having a problem with erections, you're having a problem with low energy, your metabolism ain't right, you gaining weight, cortisol, got your stomach all big and shit. The trifecta is proven. Read the comments below the videos where I'm promoting it. TheRealDribble.com. Get that. If you think Jay-Z isn't part of baby fucking crew, y'all bugging. The pictures just make you wonder, man. He got some pictures, man. Like, it seemed like he got more pictures with underage broads than chicks his age. I mean, I could be exaggerating a little bit, but them pictures that Nikki is posting, they're very damaging. And I'm going to keep it real. I never understood why Jay-Z wanted. I never understood. Do you ship to the UK? I do. I never understood why Jay-Z wanted Beyonce. I never understood it, man. I never understood it. I never understood it. She's cute. She's attractive. When you a nigga of Jay-Z's caliber, you can have a show enough gun. You'll see a bitch better than Beyonce in the airport. I'm serious. And I never understood what was the attraction to her. And it could be that she was younger and shit like that. Might be something that he get a kick out of. But I never understood it. I didn't. I never understood it. For real. It was a money grab. Jay-Z made a movie deal with Weinstein during that time. If you go online, there's a lot of photos of them together. In 1996, he never mentioned the $300 you sent him during COVID either. Anything I gave to somebody, I gave it to him with good intentions. It's funny that you mentioned that, right? Don't never hesitate to practice detachment. I've been in business for a long time. I never got $1 from Uncasa. Never. $1. I never got $1 from him. He's never bought anything from me. I got books. CDs, clothes, PA knits, sweatsuits, leather jackets. He's never bought anything from me. Turn the tables. He's been in business too. He's been selling clothes and shit like that for some years too. I used to buy shit from him all the time. I got pictures in sweatsuits I didn't buy with him. I would bring one of my hustler homies with me, and both of them a cop. You know what I mean? Go ahead. I'm getting one. You want one? Everybody cop and shit, but that's just us, man. You know what I mean? But he's just somebody that I had to get away from, and this ain't no diss to him. He just wasn't on the level. You gotta stop lying to yourself, man. Wanting people to be something that they're not. I see chicks walking through the mall that look better than celebrities. Facts. Weinstein produced a lot of popular black 90s and early 2000s movies. Aaliyah was 18. Is that 18? Aaliyah was 18 in 96. So you saying she was legal? You saying she was legal? Okay. She probably was, because I don't think Jay-Z would blatantly make the same mistake that R. Kelly, after what R. Kelly did and got put on the hot seat for, it wouldn't make sense for Jay-Z to go in behind him and fuck with her, and she's still underage. So I'm glad you pointed that out. That makes a lot of sense. She was definitely legal. I understand where you're going with that. I just had to detach myself away from somebody for the same reason. She was 17, not 18. I believe it's a 9-year difference between Hove and her, and maybe Hove and Foxy Brown and shit, whatever the case. And you could say, I believe, well, I interviewed Aaliyah's bodyguard. Aaliyah come from almost a sheltered situation. Foxy is from Brooklyn. I don't know what her upbringing is like, but she strike me as being a little bit more hood than Aaliyah. Bitches in the hood be chasing older niggas and shit like that. They walk through glass trying to fuck older nigga. You seen it in Belly. DMX was in the car with Vita and she was portraying to be a young broad. That shit happens and shit like, and girls' mothers be sicking them on older niggas. Like girls' mothers in the hood, they don't be saying, yo, you can't fuck with him, he too old for you. They don't. They don't. You pull up in the right car, you wear the right ice, you wear the right Rolex. They get him. In the hood, a bitch's mother will tell her not to date a nigga her age. They will tell her not. They will tell their daughter, you don't need to be fucking with them little ass boys. They ain't got nothing going on. And point her in the direction of a grown man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like Foxy from Brooklyn, Jay from Brooklyn, Haitian Jack said he had some dealings with Foxy. Maybe she was one of them joints that was fucking with older niggas and shit like that. But I'm talking about an age difference of just a few years and shit, not double figures and shit. Like he like 10 years older than her, Aaliyah. And, you know, is it gonna stop me from being a whole fan? Probably not. Nothing that these people do in their personal life will ever affect my listening ear. I'm about to get up off of here. One thing I want to say before I get up off here: nobody cares what Max B did. I see the Max B shit is picking up steam. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I seen Whack 100. I'm watching everything. Whack. Nobody cares, my nigga. The courtroom ain't got nothing to do with the booth. We tune in to hear what a motherfucker did in the booth. Whatever he did in the courtroom, we don't care about that shit. Nobody ever cared about what Michael Jackson was going through with them kids. Nobody ever cared, man. He was paying off all of them fucking kids and nobody cared about that shit. So, just wanted to put that out there. He said Whack 100 is Whack 100 times. Yeah, talentless dick riding ass nigga. He's a cornball. I noticed that I was looking at this yesterday. When it comes to these black YouTube channels, the most popular form of content has to do with prison or jail. Did y'all notice that? A lot of niggas produce content, jail stories, or talking about jail or some jail shit. If we remove the jail shit, it'll be a ghost town online. The reason why you see so much shit about jail and telling is because these niggas don't got nothing else to talk about. These niggas got nothing else to talk about. These niggas been in jail their whole life. These niggas ain't experienced nothing else. If you experience something else, then you would talk about something else. These niggas have not experienced nothing else besides prison and court proceedings. So when they get online and they talking about who ratted and shit like that, that's their world, that's their reality, and that's all you gonna get from a lot of these niggas. I just wanted to point that out. I listen to jail stories too. Some of them are interesting, but that's all a lot of these niggas got to talk about. I'm out of here. Go to my website, get the trifecta. Go to paknit.com. Get right, man. Get you some fly shit. I got crazy colorways, man. Come through looking like a peacock, like the dribble, man. Get you some. Get right. pa-knit.com, man. The most electrifying fashion accessory online, man. Anything that you wear, anything in your closet, I got something for you. pa-knit.com. And get that trifecta, man, so you gorgeous. Like the dribble. Peace.